Hello, this is Corner Burza. I'm a 6-dan player, and in this video I'm going over another recent game played on Fox by Dank75. It's another loss, unfortunately, so the overall score stands at 1 win and 8 losses so far. This time White won by 22.5 because of killing this lower right corner quite early in the game. So after that it was really hard for Black to come back in the game. Actually, at some point White was easily 30 points ahead, a very comfortable lead, and he managed to keep it till the end. So let's see what Black could have done better. So far so good. Inside approach, this was an old style Fuseki. Yeah, back in the day when White just played f17 before AI era, Black would always slide and extend back to make a base at c11. But nowadays is disattach, which is absolutely fine. Hane, continue with Hane. Atari connect, that's good. Connect along. So this is a situation where White can play c18, and in this case Black has two choices. One is to go up at d14, but there is also the option to extend at c12 like this, and this is a basic pattern. Well, White pushed. Obviously White wants to take center then play away, and he approaches the top right corner. That's fine, he's got some thickness there, so he wants to set up a moyo. But actually here White can play in the low right corner first, a move like r5 to prevent the Shimari, and then decide whether to go for the top, like attack from the top side or attack from the top right, extend on the right side. I mean, well, there are choices White can consider, but he went right away for the 017 Kakari. Defense, very good. White extends back. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. Hopefully we recover soon, and before I recover, Dank should also win some games. Here we go, Shimari in the lower right corner, that's a big point. And now White defends the left side. White can extend at k3 or k4. That's like the old school way to take away Black's ideal extension, but White can also play f3. So like this, he puts more emphasis on the corner, but in the same time he's also trying to limit Black's expansion on the bottom side. So Black comes along with f3. Here Black can simply extend k3. This is an ideal extension from the lower right Shimari, and next, if he's still available, he can extend to f3 or approach the corner, but White might play a move like f3 or g3 to prevent this approach. But in this case Black is center, so now Black can get another big point on the right side. If White plays something on the right side, for example this kind of shoulder hit and jump to reduce that potential on the right, Black will immediately continue with f3. Then he can think about moves to reduce the top side, such as this kind of n15. Anyway, Black came all the way to f3. So now normally if you expect White to simply defend the corner at d2, then extend back to k4, this is something like wishful thinking. It's not really going to happen because White knows you want to extend at k4, k3, so he can think of a pincer like k3 himself. Or he can play a pincer h3, j3, like it happened in the game. Another option is to play the kick, and once you go up, he will play the pincer at k4, which is the ideal extension for Black, so he will just avoid that. So these are the options for White, but he decided to play a tight pincer at h3. That's a nice move, quite artistic to play this Tsuke, this contact move. Black usually just plays d3 attach in the corner and tries to fix right away. Also, Black can consider a counter pincer at k3, which also serves as an extension on the bottom side, which is absolutely fine, especially with q3 r6 Shimari already in place. But yeah, this is a nice move to think about. Then attach in the corner, good combination. I guess the plan was if White blocks here, Black will go Atari, White connects, and then either descend or play a counter attack at k3. But White played with fighting spirit, so he pushed out, then Black connects. Now if white simply blocks the corner c3, black can turn first, and when white defends here, again counter pincer. If white turns, you play honey in the corner, because this is a move that white cannot block with b2. He needs to go down, and then again counter pincer. But white decided to cover, and black pushes again. It's very big to play the move in the corner, c3, because these 4 stones on third line, the group is already alive, so you can rely on this formation. And if you just go back in the corner and leave, let's say white plays some other move, something here for example, later you can use the honey cut. Well, you don't even have to play it now. Like at some point, for example, you approach here and then the cut is a problem. Therefore, white might go back, and that way you get another big point on the bottom side. So when you push, he plays the cover, then honey, then he honey in the... oh, he played away. Well, he can honey in the corner or just Nobi. Nobi at J3 is big. Then maybe you push again and either descend in the corner or play some other big point. White slides. That move is not so big right now. Yeah, good idea to play the Atari. But you don't necessarily need R17. I mean, right now it's still big to play C3. And if white takes R17, you extend on the right side at R11. Well, it's not a small move to block the corner at R17. But the point is, you don't always have to follow your opponent's moves, like he slides in the corner at Q18 and you block. Try to play with a bit more fighting spirit. Yeah, this is a big extension from his wall. That's also a very nice move. Well, for black, normally, if you think your group in the top left corner is a little bit vulnerable, it's quite large to capture this guy. Obviously, white will descend and sacrifice both stones to get the forcing moves, but it's a nice corner. Well, so is the move on the right side, Q10, it's pretty large. Then white honey, black honey, that's very good. White descends, and black pushes again. This is a move that it's not really necessary. So let's calculate what happens if white cuts. Let's say black plays a jump on the right side, or captures a stone in the top left corner, or even considers moves like reducing the top with this one, or an invasion at J17. All these moves are more interesting than B2. But probably you played B2 to expand your liberties, so it's interesting to see what happens if white cuts J2. Obviously black needs to capture this stone, then white goes Atari G2, black will take, and then when white pushes here, you're actually fine because you have the Han at C2. So once you block, you have more liberties, and even if white covers here, you just Atari and capture the stones faster. So all these stones are connected and fine. Therefore, it's much better to play a move somewhere else at this stage of the game. And only when white turns in the corner at B2, you need another move like K3, K2. So right now, if you play, for example, this move, and he covers here, then you double up K3. And again, nothing happens. On this move, you don't have to take the stone anymore. You defend G2 or G1. When white comes out, you capture these 2 stones. So it was a bit slack to play B2. But the game is still kind of even. And now, yeah, that C18 was pretty large. This is good, B11 to secure the left side. And now white jumps in. Actually, what black should play around the right side is to keep this Shimari safe. So for example, a piecer at entry, it's absolutely fine. If white covers, you just connect. He needs to go back and protect against the cut. Then think about moves to reduce the top. For example, this one. Or you can come from the left side with a Kema like this. Okay, let's go back. White jumps. Oh yeah, the pincer was played. Nice. In fact, this game was decided when white managed to kill those stones in the lower right area. We will see in a few moves. And till then, it still looked like a pretty even game. This push is fine, you can create some cutting points, but no need to do the empty triangle right now. I mean, once you do the push in center, leave it and just go for other areas on the board. So push here, then push along, white blocks. You cannot cut because he captures you at J2. Need to protect here, then white connects. And now there's a cut in the top at M5 that you can use, but it's actually hard to make it work. Like white will play here, then clamp, or just connect, then go out, something like this. So if you cannot cut, then it's no point to push at L4. Therefore you shouldn't do anything. I mean, just leave it. For example, if you play here, you gain more, or if you push under on the left side, or if you jump something on the right. This move is threatening to go inside the top, so white will probably play here, then you push along, might hane, you block. If he blocks here, you go Atari from the right, or hane and nobi. So you really increase the right side while you keep the top side limited. Yeah, try to avoid empty triangles in the future. So once you push here, there is no more cut, white will hane, then this exchange actually helps white more than black. It's a so-called thank you move. So that fixed white problem, and now black locally needs to move something like p4 or descent to be safe. Yeah, then white jumps on the left side. That's nice. He tries to enclose everything and set up a big moyo, so you really need to come from the right and reduce that center. This feels a little bit deep. Like if white plays a cap move in the middle, the star point, it's hard to go out and survive. He jumped here. There's a better move to defend on the low right corner. In one move you can block his entrance on both ways. So for example, if you play away, his next move will be R5 to separate the Shimari, I mean Q3 from R6. If you just want to defend in one move, you need to play something like Q4. So when he pushes here, you block. If he turns on the bottom, you block, and you're absolutely fine and connected. But even if you leave it like this, it's fine. I mean, it's more important to do something about G10. I would run out here, and when he plays the attach, you go Kosumitsuke. If he goes down, you can cut like this and give up one stone to take the other stone, or just leave it. For example, if you play a peep, he goes here, then you play another big point to reduce the top. It's not too bad. I mean, he got the sticker stones on the right side, but it's mostly neutral points. If he jumps in the corner, you connect under. So you play the Tsuke, he went to the right, connect the right, that's fine. He connects the bottom, and then double up. You don't really need this double up. You better push here. First of all, this is threatening a cut and makes the wall better on the right side. So when white connects, you just gain more, and then you can increase the more. And on the other hand, if white plays here at p2, you don't have a problem. You can push, cut, and when he comes out, you cover, so you kill him faster. If he goes here, you capture a stone. When he goes Kosumi, you just go down to the second line, and the corner is alive. So nothing to worry about. Therefore, you don't need to double up, because he cannot really cut you. And if he plays, for example, this move, you block. If he plays the attach, you block again, Atari, connect, and eventually white still needs to go back and protect against the cut. So the key move is to push at O6. And this O6 stays on the board for quite some time. I mean, black can play it anytime now, or even later. Yeah, this push at cut, it's interesting. So you can help your stone in the middle a bit. Instead of Nobi, maybe it's better to play Atari, because this gives white a pretty heavy shape, and then you run out with some light shape. So when he captures a stone, you already run to the right, and it's much easier to fix size in the middle. This way is still a bit heavy. White should push here. If you don't play the Atari, you should play the move to prevent it. Yeah, this Atari is big. But now, instead of Atari, maybe it's more interesting to play Keima, because he's threatening the same thing, the capture at e14. He might push one time, then play this kind of shape, but it doesn't matter, because you can also make nice shape in the middle, the table shape, and the position is a bit stronger now. So Atari, jump to the right, that's a nice spot. He invades, then kick and defend the corner, that's okay. Yeah, normally you want to cover like this, but if your opponent lives inside, then it's a pity, because you lose too many points. Like if something like this happens and he just makes life, you lost all the territory, and now you have to try something in the center. But the problem is he also has a wall in the middle, so it's easy for him to jump and erase all that potential. So kick, go out, block the corner, that's proper. White Kosumi is threatening the corner now. So now this move, I mean, the meaning of S4 is to go R2, therefore you have to block either S3 or S2, and like this you keep the I shape in the corner. And if you hane here, you can block that too. And if you place away something in the middle, you always push Incente to expand your potential on the right side. So then everything is safe. Yeah, this move reinforces the center, but you gotta think what white wants to do too. I mean, when he plays a move like S4, obviously he didn't want to attack the K10 area. He was looking to attack in the corner, and he continues with R2, which makes sense. And now you gotta connect under. So push once, that's okay. He pulls back. He pulled back because if he blocks here, you will block Incente, and he still needs this S2. But anyway, that's only one eye. And after this, you have to connect under L2 or M2. Whichever way, when white pushes, you link under and the group is safe. If you play away again, he can just cut you M2 and the group is captured. And here, black lost a lot. I mean, these 6 stones plus a lot of surrounding territory, it's 12 plus another 15, almost 30 points. It's huge. And that's actually the difference. And you cannot connect under anymore. I mean, when you play this hane, obviously he will hane, you connect, he connects. So you're just losing 2 more stones, extra points, extra prisoners for white. This stone is not necessary to save. But actually this game, after you lose the corner, you can already resign. So you really have to pay attention and keep it connected. There is no way to come back. White has like 30 points lead, and even if you reduce like it happened in the game, it's still going to be a loss. And yeah, that happened. Yeah, this push is big. White can block, no problem. Because if you cut, he will just capture you. Whichever Atari he plays, he will capture the stone. Now he feels so good, so he allows you to play some big moves. Oh, this is interesting. White should connect the right side at R13 and give up the top stone. Because this way white is cente, and now he can enclose the top area. These 2 stones on the right are quite large. Also, white could play it safe, like just connect here and later jump. If you play this move, he has an under. If you play this one, now he can connect the top stone and still press the corner a little bit. Ouch. Okay, that's a good catch. Here actually you can play Atari first and then connect. But it's also okay to go Nobi. If he pushes again, you don't answer, and the Atari can come later as a co-threat. Yeah, that's fine. The group, it's okay. This hane, it's not so big yet, because for him to play hane at A2, it's gote, so he's not going to rush to play it. You gotta play in the top, this kind of move. That's a big open space to erase, actually. Yeah, jumping like this is like jumping on neutral points, more or less. The top side is more interesting, because there's nothing to gain here. Even if you play, for example, Tsuke, Nobi, when white connects, you're just making a couple of extra points in the center. But center, it's never as big as it looks. Yeah, this looks a bit shy, just a 1 space jump. You can play 2 space jump. He might play the attach, hane, pull back, connect, but it's fine. I mean, if he tries to cut you like this, you have hane and protect this way, or you can cut this way and capture the stone in a ladder. White doesn't have to peep, just connect under and it's fine. Keep the 30 points lead. Well, on this peep, maybe the plan was to capture this stone. Also on the peep, you can play Kosumi, because when he pushes and you block, you have a tiger mount, and this cut doesn't work because you capture it. And like this, you can get inside the top easier. Yeah, that's a good move. But he surrounded this guy. Well, it's not such a big loss, because actually you can come inside from this way, this direction. Like when white protects here, you connect like this. If white separates this way, you connect to the top. So not so easy to capture that guy. Or even if he does, it's a small catch. But it's hard, because you have Atari all the way. So in the end it will be like this, and then you don't care about 1 stone, it's just a couple of points. Small catch. So good reduction in the top. Yeah, this endgame was fine, the cut was good. Good catch. But still, white has too many points. so hard to come back. Instead of push, you can jump, because when he comes like this, he needs to block again, otherwise you push and double Atari. When you simply push, he blocks and there is no more Agi locally. This monkey jump is no need. You better push, play Hane on the first line, connect, and white connects too, like this or solid. And this way you reduce Incente. When you play the monkey jump, it's true that you reduce more points, but you finish Gote. So, not necessary. White could actually block here, nothing happens, accept all these Ataris and so on. But yeah, small endgame now. No more surprises. No need to cut. Better play Hane here, Atari take, and then White should add another move to survive. Oh wait, that can be even dangerous. Tuck, tuck. How is this Tsumego? Atari, Atari connect. Yeah, White is alive. If he plays this move, you play the wedge, then Atari, then when he connects, you play here and everything is dead. So he needs to leave, then give you the stones. And that would be profitable. Okay. Ah, nice. Oh, big chance here. You can play the vital point. If he goes down, you connect and the group is dead. Wow. Now that would be a nice comeback. And if he plays here, you Hane, and when he goes here, you just push. So it's only one eye. He had to give you the 5 stones. Now proper move for White is to just descend. And then you take 5 stones, or actually 6, and White takes 1 back. That would be the proper endgame, but White's still ahead. So you had a big chance to kill by just hitting the vital point. Too bad. He saw the move. I thought nothing will happen anymore, but, well, still a big chance. Now it's really done. Uh-oh. White was greedy. Just Nobi. That's too much. Once you cut, you have double Atari. Did you play it? No, you don't. You should Atari here. And when he takes 1 stone, you take 2 stones. And he raises more points inside the top. Oh, the double Atari is still there. So I should block. Yeah, that's proper. No more double Atari. Here the classic or the normal way is to play Atari this way. Kinda similar. How about you don't answer this Atari on 3 stones and play double Atari? Then when White plays here, you take 2 stones, and if he captures 3 stones, you take 1 back. But you still erase more in the top. Because you also take away his territory, not only the 2 stones. That's nothing. I'm impressed this double Atari it's never played. I wonder. Oh, finally. Okay. So it took a while. That's why it's not 30 points. Just like 20 some. You didn't have to play this peep. Because as long as you don't play the peep, White cannot go Atari K3. Once you play the peep, he answers, you need to connect, Atari connect. So in order to become a dumb player, you should really pay attention to these shortage of liberty situations. Many games can be lost in a small local fight like that. No need to start the 1 point or half point call. Better connect here, leave the call to your opponent, then just count. Wait, there's this last point. This kind of call you play when there are no more points to be taken on the board. So he played Atari. He doesn't have to take the call. He can play Hane here. Then no other points. White feels the call, black feels the call, and then you count. So anyway, this game could have been much closer if first of all black doesn't lose the lower right corner, then kills the top left corner with E19, and that's a nice comeback. Enjoy the review and pay more attention in the next games.